Hello, 6th grade. It is Tuesday, March 31st, the last day of March today. We are ready for page 264, lesson 168. And again, we are doing a lot of reviewing, getting ready for our test. So these things are things that we've already done. We're just reviewing, hoping you guys remember how to do everything. The first part today is you're using nouns. It says above each word in bold print, write S for subject, PN for predicate nominative, DO for direct object, IO for indirect object, OP for object of preposition, and DA for direct address. All right, so in each one of these sentences, most sentences have two. I think they all have two. And you have to put in what they are. So let's review just a little bit. S stands for subject. Almost always at the beginning of the sentence. And it's the main character in a sentence. Boy, I'd like for y'all to be here because I would like to ask you what these things are. But I guess for now I'm going to have to just tell you. Object of preposition is the noun at the end of a prepositional phrase. All right, direct address. Delcy, what's direct address? Someone being directly talked to, or I'm going to say directly addressed. Someone being directly addressed. Direct object. A noun following what kind of verb, Ashley? Action verb. Answers the question what? Almost always answers the question what? Indirect object. What does that follow? Follows an action verb. And answers the question to whom or for whom? Predicate nominative. Always follows what kind of verb, Cheyenne? Linking verb. Renames the subject. What else do you have? That's it. Remember, a predicate nominative will never follow an action verb. If your sentence has an action verb, it will not be a predicate nominative. This guy has got to have a linking verb. This guy and this guy have to have action verbs. They will never be in a sentence with a linking verb. Never. Direct objects have to have an action verb. I think the main thing, if you guys remember these, I think the rest of them you guys are usually fairly good at. You guys know what subjects are. Usually at the beginning of a sentence, and it's what the sentence is talking about. You guys are good at prepositional phrases. You can handle those. Direct address are easy to find. They are always followed by a comma. It's who somebody is being directly talked to, and they're followed by a comma. Just keep these three guys straight. Action verb, linking verb. All right, let's do a couple of them. Let's do the first two. Robert Peel founded the London Police Force in 1829. All right, we need to know what force is. What kind of verb do you see? Cheyenne, what kind of verb do you see? I see founded. That is an action verb. Robert Peel founded what? Force. So what is that? Answers the question what? Direct object. In 1829. What is 1829? That looks like a prepositional phrase to me. That is an object of preposition. And number two, the book of Proverbs gives the reader excellent advice for daily living. Again, look at your verb. What kind of verb is it? I see gives. Gives what? Does he give the reader or does he give advice? I think he gives advice. To whom or for whom is reader. Reader is a indirect object followed by a direct object. All right, finish the rest of those. Go down to using pronouns. In the blank before each sentence, write the correct form of the pronoun in parentheses. All right, so you're going to have to pick the correct pronoun that goes in these parentheses, or not in these parentheses, that goes in these blanks. And I wrote down, if you have a question about which pronoun goes where, go back to page 165, and you will see the nominative case, the objective case, and the possessive case. What you need to look at is the nominative and the objective. And one of those, the nominative case, is the subjects and the predicate nominatives. The objective case is the direct object, indirect object, and object of preposition. So, what we need to do is let's look at the first couple. Let's do the first two. Mia and blank. All right, what is that blank? What for noun are we trying to find? Those are subjects. Mia and, this is a compound subject. So, what pronoun is a subject? I. I, you, he, she, it, we, they. And they have the pronoun I in parentheses. Do you see that? So is it Mia and I? We're both born in Kentucky, but you don't say I home, you say my home is in Texas now. Number two, blank girls are working on blank science project together, and in parentheses is we. Again, that's a subject. What goes with the subject? You can have I, you, he, she, it, we, and they. We use we because that's the subject. We girls are working on, you're talking, including a bunch of girls, we girls are working on our science project together. Our. And number three, Rachel and blank were the daughters of Laban. In parentheses is she. Can she be used for a subject? Yes, she can be used. Rachel and she were the daughters of Laban. So I would suggest you guys go back to page 165, study those cases really good and see which ones can be used for subjects, which ones can be used for direct object, indirect object, and predicate nominative. So you can finish that page, go over to page 265, and this section is where you use adjectives and adverbs. It says the following sentences contain errors in the use of adjectives and adverbs. Cross out the incorrect words and make corrections where necessary, or circle any misplaced phrase and draw an arrow to where it should be. Now, it also says in the line below each sentence, write the reason for the error. I'm not going to make you guys do that. I looked on the test, and they're not going to ask you to do it on the test, so we're going to skip that part. If we would be in school, we would probably try to do that, but since you're not there, since you're not here, we're going to skip that part. What I do want you to do, though, I do want you to find the error and fix it. Either draw an arrow to where the adjective phrase needs to be, or you might need to add a word here and there to make it make sense, whatever. We'll do the first several. A man was hobbling down the hall with a broken leg. All right? Right now it says the hall has the broken leg. What do you think? A man was hobbling down the hall with the broken leg. So the hall has a broken leg? No. A man with a broken leg. So we need to circle with a broken leg. That's in the wrong place, and we need to draw an error. We need to draw an arrow to right after the man. It should say a man with a broken leg was hobbling down the hall. All right, you need to fix that. Number 2 says, Ethan can jump farther than anyone in his class. Ethan can jump farther than anyone else in his class. Ethan can jump farther than anyone else. You need to add that word. And number 3, a girl waved to the bystanders in the parade. So the bystanders are in the parade, or who's in the parade? How about a girl in the parade waved to the bystanders? Put that in the correct spot. Number 4 says, are them puppies for sale, sir? Them? Are them puppies? Emily, what do you think it should say? Are those puppies for sale, sir? Fix that. Those is the adjective that is needed. We're describing puppies. Them is a pronoun. We need to describe the puppies as those puppies. All right, so you're going to do that for the rest of that page, and then that'll be the last page for today. If you have any questions when you're doing it, you're not sure about one of the sentences, send me a picture or ask me, Miss Kim, I am not sure about number 9. What should I do about number 9? Or, okay? If you don't understand something, please let me know. We'll work it out together. Have a good day.